Explainer video of customs valuation facts. Hello, my dear viewers. It's Reina Salamoragaran here, with an important discussion of customs valuation facts. This is an overview of the topic customs valuation, which will be a guide for the BSCA students for their CM 105 subject. First, what is customs valuation? How does it works? Customs valuation is a method used by customs to determine the value of imported items. If the duty rate is ad valorem, the customs value is required to calculate the duty due on imported goods. Second, what its importance and purpose? The importance of customs valuation is to determine the customs value of imported goods. If the rate of duty is ad valorem, the customs value is essential to determine the duty to be paid on an imported goods. The customs value of imported goods is determined mainly for the purposes of applying ad valorem rates of customs duties. It is also an essential element for compiling trade statistics, monitoring quantitative restrictions, applying tariff preferences, and collecting national taxes. Third, from what international organization the customs valuation comes from? The World Trade Organization, WTO, sets out a fair, uniform and neutral system for determining the value of imported goods on which customs officials levy duties. This system bars the use of arbitrary or fictitious customs values. Fourth, what is the basis of customs valuation in the Philippines? Method for the deductive value is determined on the basis of the sales in the Philippines of the goods being valued or of identical or similar imported goods, less certain specified expenses resulting from the importation and sale of the goods. Fifth, what are the 6 methods of valuation? There are 6 valuation methods: transaction value of identical goods, transaction value of similar goods, deductive value, computed value, the fallback value. Sixth, what is the Philippine law that governs the customs valuation? President Arroyo signed RA 9135 into law on April 28, 2001. Besides enabling transaction valuation in the Philippines, this act is more transparent and more compliant with the WTO Customs Valuation Agreement, removes unnecessary discretion and assures revenues more positively than does RA 8181. Seventh, what is the current status of the Philippine customs valuation? There are 2 major concerns in the Philippines regarding the country's obligation to shift its values from national published values to transaction values. The Philippines has nevertheless implemented its obligation and has used transaction values in customs assessments since 2000.
Created using Powtoon.